I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to read the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on Dixie for the daily, we are trying to bounce forward. We did see crypto pull back. Remember, we do usually have that inverse relationship. VWAP does want to push up. Momentum is overall pushing down. So I wouldn't get too excited unless that VWAP continues to gain strength. Money flow does look like it is still in the green, but if that VWAP continues to favor bearish here, we would see that reverse. Over on Bitcoin dominance for the daily, we do have a possible bearish engulfing candle trying to form. It's almost as big as the previous green candle. So if it does close as a bearish engulfing, that could be positive for trying to break us lower, but we're going to need that to break the point control around that 57.8. If we can't break and hold under there, then we're going to continue to see Bitcoin outperform altcoins, and that reduces the chance of an altcoin season. VWAP does want to round away. Momentum is rounding. Money flow is in the green, but it's starting to curl as that VWAP and momentum are starting to lose steam. So again, that is more positive for our altcoins. Over on total for the daily, we have some indecision here. Our stochastic does look like it does want to get a bullish cross though. RSI is pretty flat. Momentum does want to push forward with the green dot. VWAP is breaking bullish and money flow is in the green. So we do look pretty decent to continue bullish momentum, providing this 1 hour can hold in a bullish trend. We do have some consolidation after a break forward, so this could be a little mini bull flag. If we draw a parallel channel, we can draw that and then draw it down, then draw from the top down to the beginning of that break, apply that forward, and that would give us a retest of that 116 trillion. Stochastic does want to round. VWAP is starting to push into bearish territory, so keep an eye on that VWAP. If it makes bearish favor like it did back here, we could break away from this channel as we have 3 touches to the top. Usually on the 3rd touch to the top is when you want to break out. So I would just watch that VWAP. If it continues to favor bearish, we could invalidate this and still push down, but we do have at least a bullish pattern trying to form. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we do have that possible bearish engulfing candle if we close a little bit lower. So again, keep an eye on that, but we do not look like we're going to just nosedive right now unless lower time frames hold bearish. Stochastic does want to round away. RSI is starting to pull back. Now VWAP is favoring bearish, or favoring bullish, but pulling back toward the bearish territory. So I would watch if that continues to drop down. Momentum will round, money flow will weaken, and we will see a pushback. Remember, we do have a chance to retest that 69K according to the MPP. It's only a 25% probability, but remember, it's still a probability, and we do have that gap around that 80, 70K. So that's ideally where I look for a hang up. Over on the 1 hour, we do have a bit of a bearish trend going on as we tried to break forward, tried to create a bullish trend. Then we went sideways and traded down. And we did warn against this acting like a rising channel, and that is what we're seeing. RSI is starting to weaken. That stochastic does want to round. VWAP is starting to pull back, so watch that VWAP. If it can make a bounce here, we could continue forward, making a higher low and continue for a higher high. But if that VWAP breaks down, momentum will round, money flow will push into the red, and we will see lower highs with potential lower lows to start a bearish trend. Over on the 1 hour, very similar to futures. We will hop to the daily though. We did reject our neckline. We did try to break through and we got rejected once again. So again, this is decreasing our odds of seeing that break forward. Momentum does want to round. VWAP is starting to weaken. Money flow is looking a little weak. So I would exercise caution. Over on the 1 hour, we do keep coming around this 104. So this 104 is acting as a pretty strong support level. I would say if we don't break below the 103, we could still stay range locked, try to make some sort of goofy bullish pattern and try to push forward. But right now, I'm not going to go with any kind of bullish patterns. We did have that triangle that broke out. I pretty much got the full breakout, so we will delete that. And now we're coming back retesting that area. That VWAP does want to make a bounce, so that is positive. If that VWAP can stay bullish here, momentum will push up, money flow can stay in the green, and we will strengthen higher time frames. But if that VWAP makes a rejection with the lower high, then we're going to see momentum remain bearish, money flow will break down, and higher time frames will start to get some bigger red candles. So over on graph for the daily, we do have a bearish engulfing candle here, so I would exercise caution. If followed by another red candle, that could give us that slide to the 16,316. VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is pushing down, money flow is starting to pull back, stochastic is starting to sell off. It does want to bounce, but keep an eye on lower time frames. If they favor bearish, it will continue to drop and lead RSI and price lower. Over on our 1 hour here, it does look like we have lower highs with consistent bottoms, so we may have a bit of a descending triangle forming that could try to break us down. RSI is pushing down, stochastic is weakening, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is favoring bearish as well, and money flow is in the red. So if that VWAP does not reverse soon, momentum and money flow will start to weaken on those higher time frames, and we will see bigger red candles. Over on Anchor for the daily, we do have some indecision here. We did pull around that like 3065 zone. We did not break it, so that is positive. Stochastic is falling off though. RSI is pushing down. VWAP does want to round. Momentum is overall weakening, so I would still exercise a little bit of caution and watch these support levels close. Over on the 1 hour, this could be a similar triangle that would try to break us down. RSI does want to pull back, stochastic is selling off, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is dropping, and money flow does want to break down. So we can draw this triangle here real quick, as we really don't have decent support levels. Kind of hard to draw. We'll have to zoom out a bit. That way we can stretch it down to where I would want that bottom. And then you could call like right in this range. So that could be our potential triangle. And then you would have this pole here. That pole applied downward would be your breakdown point, and that would be a target of around 2731. So that would be our max pain. Again, don't go for the max pain or max gain. Odds are you're not going to get it. Over on XRP for the daily, we are the only green coin we have on our list right now, so that's probably what's holding total up. Not just kidding, takes more than that. VWAP does want to push up, momentum is trying to gain strength, money flow is in the green, so I would watch. If that VWAP does break through, we could continue forward and get that push up toward around that 360, like 350 zone that we've been eyeballing. Over on the 1 hour, we do have some flat action, so we do have consolidation overall that could be trying to form some sort of a bull flag. If we did try to draw this as a bull flag using our parallel channel, I'd go right in this zone right around here, and then down to right around here, as we have some candle bodies and wicks touching on both sides. Then you would apply from the top to the bottom to get your full move. We'll go from that consolidation range up, and then that would give us a full breakup of around 418. So almost $1 gain from where we are. But we're going to need bullish momentum in order to get there. That VWAP is starting to push down. Momentum does want to round. Money flow is breaking down. So we don't look very positive. If that VWAP stays bearish here, we will see a breakaway and continue lower, possibly toward our next support zone right around that 287. Then we have around that 257. And then I would watch for other consolidation zones beyond that. Over on Algo for the daily, we do look like we are starting to push down here as well. Again, watch for a break of that 37.49. We did stay pretty flat overall, so that is positive, unlike some of those other coins that have more bearish engulfing candles. VWAP is pushing down, momentum is starting to round away, stochastic is weakening, and RSI is pushing down. Over on the 1 hour here, does look like we could have that descending triangle here as well, so that could end up giving us a break of that 37.49. Stochastic does want to push down, RSI is starting to weaken, VWAP is favoring bearish, pushing momentum lower and keeping money flow in the red. If this continues, we will see higher time frames continue to weaken, and then we would continue to push down. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe, and join us in that Discord.